Okay, so this video will be a little different. For the last month or so, I wasn't really up to date with the AI news. But I got to know that Ansh is organizing a designer meetup in Bangalore just to discuss that. So without thinking much, I just decided to sign up for that. In this video, I'll share how my experiences was and the learnings I got to know from meeting some cool folks like Sapta, Anudeep, etc. And I think I got to know if AI will replace us or not, but more on that in just a bit. By the way, if you don't know who Ansh is, then he's a product designer turned product marketing manager at dall-e and also a content creator. He's one of the best content creators who's covering everything related to AI and design right now. And like always, I was late in reaching the place. But thankfully, I didn't miss out on anything. This was my first designer meetup. It was actually a little awkward at first to be around so many people who I didn't know at all. But then Ansh had made sure it was only about 50 people, so we could all get to know each other, and that actually made it easy. The meetup was actually well organized and had a lot of panelists. The first one being the OG, Sapta from Swiggy, and I had two takeaways over here. The first key takeaway was how he truly believes that every one of us has something in us which can be an undue advantage over others in the content we create. And the second one was about originality. If you have to teach Figma right now to someone, you can't teach something that hasn't been taught before. But the way you teach it can be different. So, nothing is original, but the way you do it can make it original. In fact, I got a chance to speak to Sapta before the talk and realized how such a down-to-earth person he was. So that was a lesson for me to always stay humble as well. After Sapta, we had three people in one panel. We had Mayank from Cred, Harshita from Small Case, and Priya from Aether. Mayank explained how if there are 1,000 people applying to a design role, what gets you selected is not something you do as a designer necessarily. It's the learnings that you can bring from other experiences of your life, and the ability to show it is what might get you selected. Harshita made a point about how when you're applying to a job and if something's not working, then think of it as a UX problem itself. Think why it's not working and try to design a solution for that. Like I always tell in my videos, when I was applying and I wasn't finding any success, I UX'd it. I tried to understand what was not working and fixed it. Harshita had also built a design system when she was an intern at Big Basket. She explained how building a design system at such an early stage of her career helped her become a better designer as well. Priya, who's a physical product designer. By the way, the cool thing about going to such meetups is that you get to meet folks like Priya, who might be in a slightly or a completely different field, and you get to learn their perspectives, which will help you become a better designer as well. So Priya spoke about showing transparency in your work because it's important to show the struggles or the failures that you had to overcome to finish your work. Then we had a small or not so small tea break. Wait, also why was it called a tea break? There was only coffee served. Anyways, I got to meet some amazing folks like Abhinav and Zahid from Scenes, Tanay, Mayank from Cred, and we spoke about design, SVV collabs, KGF, MC stand, and whatnot. Barely got to speak to Ishan Sharma, but I'm sure I'll speak to you again, Ishan. And after that, another OG, Anudeep from Amazon, spoke about how to grow as a designer with AI and not against AI. So two key takeaways again here. First one is a general one, which is we often forget that our case studies or designs in general is a representation of ourselves. So let's say if you're a funny person, show that. But if you're not, don't fake it. And the second key takeaway was to develop the muscle to start using AI. See, you can't stop the AI revolution, and neither do you need to learn everything at once. But if you learn how to use AI to solve a problem that you currently have, then you will be working with AI, and that's a superpower. Personally, for me though, I learned how to give an electrifying speech because he asked to stand up and have the conversation, which was just very energetic. And I also got to have this fortune cookie, so that's good, I guess. I'm just gonna... Okay, this smells delicious. Next, we had Rahul from Microsoft and Abhilasha from Swiggy, who spoke about how AI is affecting the current tech world. A key takeaway for me here was about a point on transparency of AI usage. So let's say right now when you do a search and you get a sponsored product up on the top of the search query, in that case it's usually shown with an ad tag. Similarly, when AI is used, we should show something that AI is involved. And the other point which really stuck with me was, so in the future we might be having every product with AI usage, and we'll be thinking, how didn't we think of using AI for this before? So we need to start thinking from that perspective right now itself. After that, I got to meet some really cool folks like Lalit from the LD show, who was a Kannadiga, and it felt so good to speak to someone in Kannada in such events. And I also met Michelle, Shushti, who are also product designers, and I also got to meet Digvijay Lifestyle. And I think I finally know how to achieve my fitness goals. So come back in a year and check if I've got jacked or not. But apart from that, that's pretty much it. Thanks Ansh for organizing such a beautiful event, and to all the panelists for sharing their knowledge. If you want to know more about such meetups, go follow me on my social media handles. I'll link them up somewhere here. And until my next video, peace.